The music does not speak to the audience. Of course, the audience can listen to it if the audience will feel something, and I compose the music that it goes to the audience, but the music is not talking, saying, "Oh, you should do this, listen to this and this," but it's just here. Similar to when we have a garden, when we have a tree or some flowers, they are just here. All pieces are about nature, about landscape, about what happens in landscape, wind and light. And this is, of course, a part of inspiration in my music. And in these three pieces we have different aspects of this landscape and hills and shades, atmosphere. My inspiration is not so much from the real nature, but more from poets who write about nature or writes about being in nature, and that's more important. So it's not that I say, oh, it's beautiful nature, beautiful landscape, I make a piece about landscape. It's more the process, what I can encounter when writers transform the feeling of landscape to a poet. At the end, when the piece is written, of course it's again about feelings and about how it is to be in a piece or in a landscape. But for me it's more interesting to transform it to pitches, and to duration and to colors of instrument. So that's it is a gap between what is nature and what is composition, and I'm quite aware of this gap. It goes together with an openness for the listener, and it's a bit paradox because I fix it, but I have to fix it in the composition that it opens.
And at the same time, so you write, of course, music, and of course the next stage after that is to have musicians perform it, to come to work with musicians. How was your experience working with our ensemble, with us, on your music?
Yeah, it was. I really like to work with musicians. That's for me one of the most important things. And to see how musicians react what I have written, and to how they transform it to sound and to time. Well, it's a great pleasure to work with these musicians here. It's to connect. So it's kind of, because the music is not so, that's what I said before, the music is not shut to the audience, but it's so careful, and because it's very precise what the musicians play, and you feel them so clear. And when I have an ensemble which allows me to communicate in this way what happened now, that's what I wish, and it was like that now.